So I'm working on pricing my plushies for the farmer's market. I have these tote bags full of plushies and I'm kind of trying to pick and choose which ones I want to take. It's going to be kind of hard to explain, but I have basically three like tote bags that I always take full because I know like that's how much I fit in my market table. And then I'll usually take one of these like bags full of amigurumi. So I'm going to kind of pick and choose which ones I can fit in the bag. And I have to individually price them all. So I'm going to be here for a while. Here's the progress so far. It's probably been about half an hour. But most of the plushies have price tags on them. So now I have to like cut yarn and attach them to each plushie. I don't know if these are exactly the ones I'm going to take, but honestly I've fallen behind on pricing plushies. I honestly have fallen behind on pricing my plushies though. I don't know, I guess part of me doesn't do it immediately because I have to take pictures of I try to take pictures of most of the things that I make. And it would look not the best if the price tags were in the pictures. So yeah, I really wait until what seems like the last minute to do it. But I have a market tomorrow and I'm kind of just putting price tags on a bunch of different plushies. And my plan is to price as many as I can and then at the end pick from there what I'm gonna take. Ultimately, in the end, it doesn't matter like a whole bunch because I did make them all for markets and I want to take them all eventually. So that's why I'm not like super anxious about like, oh, it has to be this plushie and this plushie, because ultimately they were all made for markets anyway. So what I'm able to take, I'm able to take. Though I would love to take everything new I've made, I have to sell the things that I've made like in the past too. So yeah, of course we're always more excited and probably more proud too of our newer makes. But I do have some older plushies that still need new homes that I haven't been able to take to market. So I'm trying to get some of those too. I don't know if you saw the Mudang Hippo is a new plushie. It's there. I have like a really cute fox that I made a while ago, but I haven't been able to take it. I've only posted it on my Etsy shop. But I think there's a good variety right now of the things that are on the floor and almost priced. Everything has the price on it, but I have to go back and attach the prices. But I want to fill this tote with plushies. So that's the plan for right now. I'll let you know if I grab any other plushies, but for right now it'll probably be these. For right now I think that's probably gonna be best. So this is the bag. It's full, very full, overstuffed, and these are the plushies that didn't make it this time. I had 2 chickens, so I'm just taking one. I have a few love cats here. I'm already taking quite a few. Same with the dogs, and the rest just, there's no space for right now, so they'll probably get to go another time. There's some things that I was just like, I just don't know how to price them. Like, for example, this mic, he's a little bit on the smaller side, but he took so long to make. So there was a few things that I was struggling a little bit with, but for the most part, I got everything figured out. Everything's priced from that tote bag anyways. There is still plushies in the pile of tote bags that are not priced. But I'm gonna try to keep these separated and maybe start doing the bags differently now, where I have like bags of items already priced. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For my market, I do have a few things that I have to still prepare for. I want to make a few labels. I have scrunchies, fabric scrunchies that I sell, and I sell like these Disney pens as well. They're like beaded pens that I make. I don't know if I want to make a label for those, but I want to make a label for the scrunchies. For right now I sell them just like how it is, but part of me wants to put them in a bag and put a sticker on the bag. So I know it sounds weird right now. I'm gonna see if I get it done, then I'll show it to you guys so you can have a visual of what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm thinking, but obviously you guys don't fully know what I'm trying to say. So there's a few things that I need to work on. Mostly I think it's just the labels. I have a lot of stock. Hopefully it's a good market. It seems like it's gonna be pretty chilly, so I don't know. First, the heat drives people away. Then of course, if it's too cold, that's gonna drive people away too, especially when people have like kids, young kids. They don't want to go out when it's cold. They might get sick. So we'll see. God willing, it's a good market. And yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to record little clips of what I do, but I think that's it for this moment. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something and then probably work on the labels. These are the scrunchies that I was talking about earlier, and these are the plastic bags that I thought they would look cute inside of. The only problem was that once I put them inside the bag, they got pretty squished, so I wasn't sure if people would be able to tell what they were without a label on them. This is the Munbin printer that I have, and you can get different sticker labels. For example, I have this one, and I also have these squares that are super cute. But I thought that this design looked perfect for the scrunchies, so that's what I went with. So now I'm just gonna hit print. And just like that, I have the perfect stickers for my scrunchies. And you don't have to print one at a time. You can choose how many you want to print at the same time. So you can go with 4. I think they're so perfect. So I was sent this printer from Munbin a while back, but as you can see, I still use it. I love it so much. I think it's perfect to help us small businesses for packaging purposes and things like that. So I'm gonna be sure to include the link for the Munbin printer in the description box below. Once I printed out the labels and put them on the bags, I thought it looked like a game changer. The bags look so much more professional, and you can tell that they were scrunchies inside. So this is what they look like in the bags. I think it looks really cute. This is my smallest like sticker size that I have for my printer, so hopefully it doesn't take too much away from the scrunchie, because previously I was selling them and I had them on like a scrunchie long or like a tall scrunchie stand, so to grab one you have to take a bunch of them out, and I think that discouraged people from, you know, buying one like at the bottom or in the middle. So hopefully now that they're packaged like this, and I'll probably have them in a basket now, they'll sell a little bit better. But I have all these to package up. I like to wait till the booth is empty to reorganize, and that has to do with the fact that the reorganizing that I do, it's basically when a customer will pick up a stuffed animal and put it either over other plushies, or they just randomly they can put it down facing like the other way or put it down upside down. And I don't want anyone to feel bad when they pick something up and put it back down. So I'll wait till they leave the booth to reorganize. And when customers arrive, then I'll try to move out of the way and go back to the back of the booth. Of course, I'm being kind to them and welcoming them into the booth, but I do like to get out of the way. In a market vlog, I would normally leave the original audio of the video so you can kind of hear some of the customer interactions, especially with this customer. They were super sweet, complimenting everything at the booth and the way that I crochet. It was a really, really sweet interaction. But I did have to put music over because my booth neighbor was playing some music, and I'm pretty sure it would be copyrighted music on this video. So I did just speed up the video and put the little melody over it. So unfortunately, there's no audio for that originally went with the video. And this is my view from the back of the booth of how I see everything. And of course, this is the customer's view. So this is the last video that I got at the end of the market. I believe there was about 45 minutes left of the market, but I wanted to take a video before I forgot, because you know me, I'm horrible at remembering to record. So I did take this video. A couple more plushies sold after this, but you can kind of see a little bit of a difference and some missing plushies. I'm shopping at Ross right now. I have a few things, but I thought this was cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but it's really cute. Will I regret it if I don't get it? That's the question. Hi everyone! So the market was a few days ago. It was so much fun. The weather was chilly at first. The first few hours, sales were pretty slow for the first few hours, but it did pick up, so it was exciting. I have my market book here. I was actually looking back at these pages here. This is a little bit over a year of markets when I started using that book. So I'm proud of myself of how many markets I've done in the last year. I have a little guest here if you haven't seen, but she shouldn't bother too much. She's not one to really meow. So she's more of the type of cat where like I'll come to you. I know a lot of cats are that way, but she's definitely the type of cat that if she wants affection, she's gonna come to you. Which doesn't happen often. She doesn't really like to be touched too often, but she's sweet. She's very, very sweet. She just will turn around and walk away if she doesn't want you to touch her. But anyways, it was a really, really great market. I have a few notes here that I took, and yeah, let's get started talking. I'm dropping things everywhere. Let's get started talking about the market. So you guys saw that in the last clips, I kind of showed you guys I have a lot of inventory. I'm so grateful that I've found the time to crochet all those things. A lot of it is sometimes I wake up early or I can't sleep. So, yeah, instead of having my brain wander while I can't sleep, I'm giving myself anxiety about it. I'll just crochet for a little bit. I like to find time to do it within the day, so I'm really, really grateful. The problem with that comes when it's market time and I can't fit all my stuff on my table. I can't even bring everything with me. It's not necessarily a problem because eventually I'll be able to take the things, but I want to put out new inventory in every market that I do. So of course, to do that, I have to sell what I'm already bringing. So it's it's funny. Anyways, to get more specific about the actual market day. So something that I noticed, there's going to be a little bit of drama. There is a Temu crochet reseller at this market. So they don't show up at every weekend, but I have been there at the same time that they're there. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically Temu is an app where you can get really inexpensive items. Crochet items have become really popular on there, especially flowers. And it's pretty easy to spot when it's a reseller because the pots that they use pretty much all the same. They're these white plastic flower pots that they'll use. The style is just pretty easy to spot. The packaging, it's almost always the same for these flowers. And I know they were a Temu reseller because they sell other things as well. And they claim that they don't make the crochet items, they're selling them for a family friend. So the issue that I have with it will not necessarily issue, but where the problem comes is that when you're buying things that are made um, by other people and you're buying them at such a cheap price, you can sell them fairly cheap as well. I think a lot of people that are buying them don't realize that they're buying something that's made not in the best way because, people aren't getting a very good wage for them, the actual people making them. So it's kind of difficult. My sales, I wouldn't say they were greatly affected because what they had were mostly crochet flowers and I have crochet plushies, which is different, but I did notice a couple people walking around with them. But like I said, I feel like most people don't realize that they are being resold from Temu. But I thought that was a little bit of tea, a little bit of crochet drama at the market. I have spoken to this vendor before and just been like, "Oh wow, these are really cool. Like, do you make them?" And that's how I know that they claim that they don't make them, but that a family friend does. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of things you could spot. It just the packaging is always the same. So, anyways, I did make some really exciting sales that on that market day. So, two sea turtles sold. I love my sea turtle pattern. Honestly, I'm pretty sure any sea turtle pattern would be great, but I always make the one that I created because the pattern is so easy. I have it memorized. When I don't know what to make or I'm traveling, I'll just make turtles. I already have, the fins, all four are the same. The head's really easy, the body. So you don't have to take too many colors with you. It's a great project on the go. So basically, because of that, I end up with a lot of turtles. And yeah, I sold two on the weekend. I sold a regular colored one and I sold a bumblebee styled one, which if I have pictures, I will be sure to include them as well. So I'm looking over my notes and seeing these are the sales, but I'm trying to see if there's anything that would interest you guys, maybe. So, one of the sales that I was really excited about was a while ago, had planned to make a pattern for a monster. And this, oh my gosh, I think this was around 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2020 actually. So I had made this monster using variegated yarn. I thought it was cute. I just never got around to actually finishing up the pattern. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know if it's typed up actually, but I know I have it written down somewhere. Anyways, I brought the monster to a couple shows here and there, but this time I brought her and I put her, it was the same thing as what happened in last week's market video, but I had her way in the back of these crates that I use. She was at one of the bottom crates, stuffed in the back because I thought nobody would want her. And randomly, this gentleman and his son, I believe, were looking for a couple gifts and they picked her out. They also picked out a Kirby. So I was really excited because not only was that like a surprise, she was tucked in the back. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I guess I feel like, oh, nobody's gonna want her. And I or like with any plushie, sometimes I feel like, oh, nobody's gonna want this. And I stuff it in the back where nobody can see it. But I've been proven wrong 2 markets in a row. Last time it was the chick with the eggshell. Someone was so excited to find her, and which made me super super excited too. But the same thing happened with this one. Like they were like, "Oh, it's super unique." And it made me feel really good. So I have to stop being like that with myself. Everything is made with love, and I should be proud of everything that I make. It's not like she was like ugly or anything. She had little embroidered teeth. She was cute. I just feel like I had cuter things, but sometimes people aren't necessarily looking for cute. I don't know. It's a little complicated. I was just excited for that sale. Another sale that I was excited about was for a large squid. I had taken the squid to the consignment shop that I sell at, and I had him there for quite some time. I think the price I had on him was $30. He did not sell there. I know 30 is a little bit high for plushies sometimes at that shop, that I've noticed anyways for myself. So I did end up bringing him back home after a few weeks of him being there, and I took him to the market and he sold. This was the first market that I took him to. So I was excited for that. And that sale, that interaction was actually really, really sweet because the girl came up to me and she was telling me that she goes to a college. Their mascot is an otter. So she's like, "Do you have an otter?" And I was literally, this is what I did. I was like, "Yes, I do." It happened to me on the table right next to me. This little random otter that I made. I think when I made him, I made like a dozen, but I only took one, I think, to the market. I was gonna say yesterday, the market on Saturday. And I'm pretty sure that otter popped up earlier in the video when I was putting prices on my things. I'm almost positive that otter was there because I randomly picked him out of one of these tote bags to take. You just never know what people are gonna ask for. So that otter was, I think, $10. Yeah, so it was really cute. It was her and her mom, I'm assuming, got both plushies, the otter and the squid. Did I say jellyfish? I feel like earlier I named the wrong animal, but it was a giant squid. Um, so that was fun. But yeah, you just gotta have really random things. All the time I get asked for, even though I have so many plushies, so many, hundreds, I get asked for things all the time that I don't have. And I do have my favorite things to make, but sometimes we have to make random things because honestly, you just never know. And you can be asked for, like, let's go like a shark. You can be asked for a shark at one event and never be asked for a shark ever again. So if you make him for the next event, Doesn't matter. You just never know. So that's why, because you never know, I try to make things that I love to make and just have fun with crocheting. So I thought that was funny. I did sell, I don't think it showed up in any video or picture though, because I didn't know how to display it, but I made a Frankenstein's monster treat bag last year, I think. Um, and I took them to the market on Saturday. This was, granted, that market was Saturday. Let's see, what's today? Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days before Halloween. So there was still hope for some Halloween things to sell. Well, this tote bag, I know I really undersold myself, but I was okay with that because I had fun when I made it. I challenged myself when I made it because my go-to thing, my what I love crocheting are plushies. This is what I love to make. If I'm doing apparel or like some sort of bag, it's a lot harder for me. I'm just so I love making these. So, anyways, of course, a lot of hours went into it, a lot of love, but I was just happy that I did push myself to make a bag. It was a pretty good size, like a side tote bag, but it wasn't lined. I don't know how to do that. I just did the crocheting and sewed everything together last year. So I'll see if I can find a picture. Anyways, I was able to put it up on one of the the canopy legs up above. I feel like when I described that, it made it sound like it was towards the floor. It was hanging up by the tent on one of the legs. So I had a couple of people like stop and kind of stretch it out, look at it. They complimented it. Two people asked how much it was, and I told them 15. The second person who asked how much it was purchased it. So, and it was pretty early in the day. I'm trying to find that sale again. Yeah, it was pretty early. That was my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th sale of the day. So I maybe could have sold it for a little bit more, but I'm okay with it having gone for that price. They were really sweet, really, really nice customers. This time I had fun too because I was giving away little like pencils for Halloween and these cute little ghost stickers, and I made a bunch of goodie bags. So with every purchase, even if it was a kid or an adult, I would still give them a goodie bag with a pencil and a sticker, and even the adults were excited for it. So I really love giving. My love language is gifts, but that's not only like I feel like when people say their love language is gifts, people automatically think we love receiving gifts, but I love giving. I just really really love it. So yeah, it was fun to do that and give away some items. But I did sell a snake. I thought I had one here. I think I do. I sold a snake that looked kind of similar to this, but it was actually made in these colors. And they were excited to have their snake and wear it around. So with that snake, a little boy bought it and he was so excited. The mom was like, "Are you sure that's what you want? Are you sure?" And I get that a lot with the snakes and with things like the spiders, with funny things like that. Sometimes the parents are like, "But there's options," but some people just really like snakes. So I sold that snake for 15. And yeah, there were some other sales throughout the day. It was a really, really great market. Um my my market fee, I feel like it is a little bit more of a pricey fee, and especially if you take into account that I do this one several times a year, they'd run that market every weekend. So I am able to do it whenever I want to, basically, but the weather just it's difficult because even like I was saying earlier, if it's cold in the morning, like people are not showing up. People will start to show up towards the end of the market, which ends at 1. It runs from 8 to 1. And if it's cold in the morning, people will not show up until closer towards noon once it starts warming up a little bit. So you have to take that into account with it being a little bit of a higher um, rental, I guess, every week. So that's why I don't do it every week. Also, it's exhausting. I've done markets every week for a period of 3 months, and oh my gosh, I was exhausted. It was fun experience that I learned a lot during that time too. But yeah, it was a really, really good market. So other notes that I have, I before last time, my love cats, I would make them, I would usually take around 5, and anywhere from 3, like 2 to 5 would sell. Like it wasn't rare for me to sell out of love cats. Of course, if I would bring 5, that's not too many, but it is a good amount of love cats. I would say on average, I would sell like 3 to 4 love cats per market. I did not sell one love cat last week. I don't know. Maybe it's the colors of the love cats that I have right now, because I didn't sell any at the market before this too, and I haven't made any new ones. Right now I have, I think, 2 red colors love cats, and I think I have a tan one. I don't remember what else, but I have a few. I haven't made any new ones. I don't know if it's the colors or maybe it's just the crowd. This market, like I said, it was a few days before Halloween, so there was still potential for Halloween items to sell. Last time I did a market, which was a week ago, a week before this one, there were no Halloween sales. Last week I did sell 2. I sold 2 candy corn, and they're the candy corn bunch pattern, so they're like bigger candy corn size, like this one, and I sold those for either 15 or 16 each. But yeah, those are the only 2 Halloween items that sold. And I did take like a few ghosts and pumpkins, crows, and candy corn. I think that might have been all the Halloween things. Update on the scrunchies that I was showing you guys earlier in the video. The stickers that I made with the printer, it did help the sales. I have went from not selling any scrunchies for the last 3 markets, something like that. And then sometimes when I would sell a scrunchie at a market, I would only sell 1 or 2. But I did sell, I think, around 5 scrunchies at this market. So that was exciting. I think sometimes, we have to think a little bit more about the packaging. Even though they looked really cute on the scrunchie stand, you could see them all like puffed and fluffy. I guess it wasn't the best for the customers, because a lot of time when I did make the sales, people would ask me if they can grab it. They didn't feel like they could grab it, or they would ask for help because they would want one towards the bottom. The scrunchie stand that I had that I used to use was just a long um plastic, and yeah, I think the bags are more appealing. It does cost a little bit more, to do it that way, because I have to purchase the bags and make the stickers, but that's really fun. So it's not too terrible, but yeah, I do sell those for $1 each. So it's kind of, I know I undersell myself on those too, but they're just a little fun thing that I have at my table. And hopefully during Christmas season, those will go well, maybe for like stocking stuffers. But yeah, I had my last note was no loaf cats sold, but we talked about that. So that was probably it for this market video. I do have hopes to do another market next week, which would mean my 3rd market in a row. It is pretty draining, but it's so exciting. It's so much fun. I have been crocheting quite a bit. So very soon, I'm sure there'll be a video again with everything that I crocheted this week because I have filled up another tote bag. A pretty good sized tote bag too. It's not here, but um yeah, there's a lot to show you guys. So I'm hoping to do that before my market, or I would punish myself if I don't record that in time for my market. I'd punish myself by not taking anything from that new bag so I could show you guys everything. But yeah, it was a really good market. The only reason why I say I might do a market this Saturday is because of the weather. Right now it's showing that it's gonna rain. If it rains, I will not do the market, but if God willing the rain doesn't come, then I will be there. So potentially 3 markets in a row. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope you were able to get some crocheting done. Let me know if you like the kind of vlogish style that was earlier in the video. Today is Halloween, so I hope you guys all had a safe Halloween. If you do anything or if you don't, um, today I'm probably going to watch some movies and have a really, really cozy evening. I'm ready for Christmas time, aka November 1st. I'm already making the plans for when the Christmas tree is gonna come up, so it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to Christmas this year. Mostly I'm looking forward to celebrating every day from November 1st to January because I can't stop right after Christmas, you know. I keep it going a little bit longer. But yeah, thank you so much. Sorry I get random towards the end of my videos, but I really hope you enjoyed. Hopefully the microphone is sounding okay. Let me know if what you guys think of the microphone. Like I said, I don't even know if it was in this video or a past one, but I don't mind holding it. When I clip it, it just sounds so far away. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.